So here we have some practice converting the whole or entire radical to mixed radicals. So I'm going to, or vice versa. So I'm going to take any perfect powers out. So identify the index squared. I need perfect squares. So I can write the 8 as 4 times 2. The a cubed is a squared times a. Okay, we have perfect squares here and here inside the square root. And so we can rewrite this as 2a, and then we're left inside with 2a. Okay, so this perfect square comes out as 2. A squared, we square root, becomes a. So same thing here. I'm going to do this in black this time. We can do, well, sorry, I shouldn't say the same. It's the opposite. So I'm going to apply on the outside, it's 3. On the inside, it's 3 squared. On the outside, it's a. On the inside, it's a squared. On the outside, it's b squared. On the inside, it's b4. So all these terms on the outside now show up on the inside as powers, okay, as squared powers. And then I have my AB that was already there. Now I can multiply this all out. This is all connected with multiplication, so I get 9. A times a squared times a is a cubed. B4 times b is b5. So this is, make sure that we make note of the index of 4. So I'm going to have to power everything up by 4 to go from outside to inside. So I'm going to go power 4. X squared to the power 4 is now x to the power 8. And then we had our original 3xy squared, and it's all connected by multiplication. So that's all good. And just making note here that this part is going to be these two parts here. Now I can simplify. I'm going to end up with 2 to the power 4 is 16 times 3. I get 48 for the number part. x8 times x is x9. And I have the original y squared inside. So this is great because I have all times and divides, or times in this case, and roots and times are actually compatible. Roots and pluses and minuses are not compatible. So in order to apply this inside, I need to make it into multiplication on the inside. So I can't do powers or stuff. So I just have to be a little bit careful in that I have an index of 2. So outside to inside, we square. Okay, so just going to highlight that. This piece on the outside becomes this on the inside. And it's multiplication. So then this has to be expressed as a factor. Okay, and unless we put it as factors, we can't be doing exponent and root math. So we have to connect it with multiplication to the whole thing. And that's very important. This is a plus. We can't accommodate pluses with roots, so we have to group that all together as one multiplication piece. So we need brackets there. And we can then simplify this. We could keep it factored, but we're not going to keep it factored. We're just going to work it all out. So we end up with 4x4y squared times xy, 8xy plus x squared y cubed. We know that now that it's inside, it's all just connected by times. And we know we can distribute across multiplication. So we end up with 32, 4 times 8, x 4 times x, y squared times y, plus, I'm going to distribute here, 4 times 1 is 4, x4 times x6, x2 is x6, y squared times y cubed is y to the power 5. And notice I have to retain the binomial. This is very important. We have to have, when we do this math of bringing powers in, we have to make sure that we're keeping our factors. We recognize which pieces are the times pieces. If there's a plus involved, we have to make it into a factor, a times piece, by grouping it with brackets.